In today's video, I'm reviewing a 2013 Toyota Tacoma TRD Offroad. The 2013 Tacoma is part of the second generation of the Tacoma that was produced from the 2005 to 2015 model year. The Tacoma is a really great looking truck and has a nice combination of rugged and sporty styling. Over the course of the 10-year run of this second generation model, we see a number of minor updates to the vehicle. In 2009, it saw a minor facelift, which included slightly revised grille on some models, new LED tail lamps, and on the X-Runner, TRD Offroad, and TRD Sport models, we see a new smoked headlamp. In 2012, they did a major update to the front end of the Tacoma across the lineup. You'll see that on this specific model where it's got a new hood, headlight, grille, and front bumper design. Also up on the roof, you'll see that we've got a shark fin antenna, which is part of the Sirius XM radio. The interior of the vehicle also saw some minor updates. The second generation Tacoma was available in a few different cab configurations. They had a regular cab short bed option, which was actually discontinued after the second generation model. This is the access cab model, which comes standard with a 6-foot long bed. And then they also have a double cab model, which is available with either a short bed or a long bed option. There are a number of different trim packages available on the Tacoma. They've got the base model, the SR5 model, which has just a little bit nicer level of refinement and some added features. And then we've got the TRD models. This is the TRD Offroad model, which includes an electronic locking rear differential, Bilstein monotube shocks, a thinner front anti-roll bar for greater suspension travel, and 16-inch alloy wheels with 265/70 BFG Goodrich tires. It's also got sport seats. The TRD Sport model includes revised wheels, a hood scoop, and then body color on the grille. They also have the X-Runner option, which has a 6-speed manual transmission, 18-inch alloy wheels. It's lowered 2 inches from the factory settings and includes an X-Brace suspension package. And then they also added the TRD Pro model toward the end of the second generation of the Tacoma. That vehicle basically combines some of the elements of the TRD Sport and Off-Road packages and is the top-end trim package available on the Tacoma. Overall, really great looking vehicle. It's got a nice clean design to it, and again, like I said, really has a nice balance of sporty and rugged appearance. If we come around to the rear of the vehicle, look inside the bed, one unique feature of the Tacoma is that on some of these higher trim package models, they've got an outlet in the rear of the bed, so a nice handy feature for plugging in some small electronic devices. You see those revised tail lamps that we get on later versions of the Tacoma really gave the vehicle a much more modern upscale appearance. The TRD Offroad model is probably the best value of the trim packages, really offers a lot of functionality for somebody that might actually be using the vehicle for off-road capability. So some of those features like the locking rear differential give it a lot of added functionality for off-road driving, but the TRD Sport model has a slightly better appearance. It doesn't have this chrome on the front grille, so that's painted the body color. Looks really nice, and then it's got that hood scoop. Also adds a nice element. And I prefer the wheels on the TRD Sport model to the TRD Offroad. These are a 16-inch wheel, and the Sport comes with 17-inch wheels. The cab of the Tacoma is very nice. It's got a great layout, really good look to it, and is very functional with a lot of great features. Fairly high quality materials for a vehicle within this class. As far as standard features on the vehicle, we've got power windows, power door locks, power mirrors. You'll see that we've got fog lights, that locking rear differential because this is the TRD Offroad model. Button on the right is for the power inverter, sends power to that outlet in the bed of the vehicle. Down below, again, you'll see those power mirrors. We've got the ability to turn off traction control, hill descent control, and then the RSCA button. This disables rollover side curtain airbags. So if the vehicle is off-roading and you're gonna be in really extreme angles, prevent those from activating. On the steering wheel, we've got controls for audio and Bluetooth. Instrument cluster has a nice clean layout to it. This is one of the updates that we see with the 2012 model, is that it's got a little bit more modern look to it. Also a really nice upgrade for 2012, we get this revised center console unit. So really functional system. It's got a great layout to it. This is the home screen. You can actually configure this with whatever features you want here. So currently it's set up with satellite radio, phone contacts, and weather information. So if your phone's connected to the vehicle, you'd get weather information on this part of the screen. In this portion, you can set 4 contacts that you can call with the push of a single button. And then you've got your satellite radio information here up in the upper left. You can configure this screen to change the size, the number of features that are configured here, and then there are a number of different apps that can be set on that screen. So really great system, very functional again. We've got AM/FM radio, we got satellite radio, we got a CD player. We've also got a clock, you'll see. Down below that, we've got climate control with air conditioning and heating. Over to the left, you'll see the button for the 4-wheel drive. So it's got a 2-wheel drive setting, a 4 high and a 4 low setting. You can flip this on the fly, so you don't actually have to stop the vehicle to switch into 4-wheel drive, which is very nice. Down below, you'll see we've got this A-track option, another really handy off-road feature of the vehicle. The way that that works is if you're in 4 low and one of your wheels is spinning, the vehicle will actually apply the brake to that spinning wheel and send full power to the other wheel. And so really great for off-roading again. We've got this little location here with USB and auxiliary input connectivity, so you can connect your phone to the vehicle, also handy for charging phone or other devices. We've got 2 12-volt outlets. In the middle, we've got 2 cup holders, some other storage space, the automatic transmission on this model, another small cup holder, large center console, and then 2 more cup holders in the rear. You also notice that we've got 2 cup holders in the passenger door and 2 on the driver's side door. If we look up top, we've got compartments for sunglasses, 2 compartments, as well as some reading lights. Visor's got a built-in mirror with light. And then if you flip this over to the side, it's got the little extension piece to give you full blockage on the side. Overall, really great layout for the interior of the Tacoma. Again, pretty high quality materials throughout. Steering wheel's got a nice sporty profile to it. Seats are very comfortable. We've also got the ability to open up the doors on both the driver and passenger side to access this rear cabin area. Not available on some of the earlier versions of the 2nd generation model, but really makes easy access into the back of the cab a lot better. You'll see these little jump seats are not the most comfortable or functional, but definitely can get you by in a pinch or with a small child. Some more storage space here. And then these seats fold up, increasing cargo space. And then we've got some storage compartments down below here as well on both sides. Can also fold down these headrests quite easily to increase visibility for the driver when those seats aren't in use. You notice that we've got the rear window here that opens manually. Overall, very nice interior on the Tacoma. The Tacoma is available in rear-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, and the 2nd generation model had 2 different engine options. The base engine was a 2.7 liter inline 4-cylinder with 164 horsepower and 183 pound-feet of torque. That was paired to a 4-speed automatic transmission or a 6-speed manual. The EPA rating was 18 to 21 miles per gallon in the city and 21 to 25 miles per gallon on the highway. This vehicle has got the more popular 4-liter V6 with 236 horsepower and 266 pound-feet of torque. That's paired to a 5-speed automatic or 6-speed manual transmission. It's got a max towing capacity of 6,500 pounds and a 0 to 60 time of about 7 seconds. The EPA rating on this model is about 16 miles per gallon in the city and 21 miles per gallon on the highway. Well, I've got to tell you that the making of this video has been especially challenging today because of this weather. We've had quite a flux in weather. It was sunny outside when I started the video. Had a couple storms that have come and gone. I've had to kind of take breaks in the middle to let those pass. Right now, again, we're in the middle of a very heavy rain and there's lightning striking very close by. So a couple of these clips I would have liked to do additional takes, but you're gonna have to just deal with what I've got in the videos so far. As far as the drivability of the Tacoma, it is a really great truck, especially for this era. I feel like the 2nd generation Tacoma was a really nice advancement in where the Tacoma had been with the first generation model. With the second generation model, it's quite a bit larger, and with that you get just a nicer overall ride quality. It's very smooth, very comfortable, and a pretty quiet ride, very stable, good handling in snow and ice, and it's just a really good overall vehicle. It's actually worth noting that I've owned a couple Tacomas. I previously had a 2006 Tacoma, which falls within the second generation. It was actually a black access cab model, similar to this vehicle. And then I've got a 2016 Tacoma, which is the all-new third generation model. And so I'm a big fan of the Tacoma pickup. With that second generation model, like I said, I feel like it was a huge advancement over the first generation model. With the third generation model, I don't feel that quite as much. This vehicle really does drive just as nice as the third generation model. And then the other really nice advantage of the second generation Tacoma is that it's got a really solid powertrain. It's got that 4-liter V6 and a great automatic transmission. Manual is really good too. With the new third generation model, the transmission, the automatic anyway, is a little bit funny, and I'm not really a fan of the 3.5-liter V6 even with the manual transmission. It just feels like it doesn't quite have the same amount of power, even though it does. It sees an increase in horsepower, but for whatever reason the second generation model just drives nicer from that standpoint. It's got the same towing capacity and just performs very well. And then obviously the second generation Tacoma has been tried and tested from a reliability standpoint, and it's proven very well to be a very durable vehicle, held up really well in terms of that long-term reliability. A lot of second generation Tacomas out there that are in that 200 to 300,000 mile range right now and still performing very well. My Tacoma specifically had over 210,000 miles and still had a really solid feel to it. So you know, although the third generation Tacoma will probably perform well in that sense too, because Toyota has a good reputation in that sense, it hasn't quite been tested in the same way that the second generation model already has. I also really like the layout of the Tacoma. I do think the third generation model is an advancement, but even the second generation model just has a really great clean overall look to it. It has a very, again, sporty, kind of upscale appearance, and it's very functional. And so I really like the overall design that they've got inside the interior here. The other thing that I really like about the second generation Tacoma is that these seats are a lot better than what you get in the new third generation Tacoma. They're very comfortable, they're very supportive, they've got a nice cushion to them, and I just think from an appearance standpoint they also look better. So that's a review of the second generation model of the Toyota Tacoma, a really solid truck overall, and continues to be a really solid truck even in today's world. Going back to this era from 2005 to 2015, the Tacoma is hands down the best mid-sized truck out there. There were other offerings within the segment, but nothing compared in terms of the overall package. Jump forward to today's world, and the Tacoma's got a lot more competition from the all-new Ford Ranger, the reintroduced Chevy Colorado and GMC Canyon pickups, which are all really great trucks. But for this era, Tacoma was definitely king, and if you want to get into a mid-sized truck from this era, the Tacoma is the way to go. If you have any comments or questions on the Tacoma, leave them in the section below. For more car and truck reviews, subscribe to my channel. In the meantime, thanks for watching.